have delved into the concepts of data, information, and knowledge, unraveling their individual meaning and connections. These fundamental concepts will appear frequently guiding our understanding of the social and cultural landscape that has shaped our society in recent decades. Thus, the ideas of the information society and knowledge society emerge. Consider multipurpose words. This means that they are terms that use widely and often ambiguously, with different interpretation depending on the context in which they are employed. In this video, we will provide an overview of the application and contents of our subject. To comprehend the dawn of the information society, we must first grasp its emergence as an evolutionary facet of human societies. Where the industrial era once foreshadowed mass production and mechanical progress, the information society supports the utilization of technology and the intangible value of information. From a sociological standpoint, we define information society as a specific, temporal, and social coordinate where there exists a notable capacity for capturing, processing, transmitting, storing, and disseminating message of various types. Information in a lesser extent, and knowledge to a much lesser degree, using what we refer to as information technologies. Let's start from the beginning. Who coined the term information society? In 1973, the sociologist Daniel Bell introduced the concept of information society in his book The Coming of Post-Industrial Society. Under the concept of post-industrial society, Bell anticipated the transition from an industrial economy to one based on information and knowledge. The emergence of the post-industrial society stems from advancement in technology and expansion of the service sector, marking a transition from an economy centered on manufacturing to one focused on services. In this new societal framework, services precede manufacturing as the primary economic sector. Knowledge-based activities such as information processing, communication, and research dominate production processes and labor force. Unlike the era of mass production, innovation drives growth in the post-industrial society. Moreover, intellectual technologies serve as the foundation for social organization and control, as articulated in Bell in 1973. The concept of the post-industrial society implied transition for manufacturing to service-oriented economies, shift from tangible to intangible assets as the focal point of economic activity, evolution in occupational patterns towards more technical and professional role, blue-collar versus white-collar, growing recognition of education as a critical determinant of social mobility, emphasis on communication infrastructure over traditional transportation networks, increasing importance of knowledge as a catalyst for innovation and societal development. Many definitions of the information society are deterministic. The information society encompasses more than just technological advances. It represents a new cultural paradigm examined through various sociological, historical, and economic perspectives. This new society is not an isolated phenomenon, but a consequence of the succession of facts, the result of the evolution and transmission of knowledge through the centuries, where information appears, unlike the rest of societies, as a new value. It is characterized by the centrality of information technology, globalization, and the rapid dissemination of data and content through multiple digital channels. It also features phenomena such as information overload and the difficulty of managing the generated information, which hampers decision-making. On the other hand, it has significant social implications, such as the digital divide, while primarily a structural disparity between nations and information gap exists, a novel form of exclusion characteristic of the 21st century. Different authors have coined new terms and meanings of this idea. Here we find terms such as Sigmund Bauman, liquid society, Manuel Castells, network society, or Joseph Stiglitz, weightless society, each highlighting a specific aspect of social and economic transformation in the digital age. Lastly, the term knowledge society emerged as an aspirational society. It was coined by Peter Drucker, who introduced the concept of knowledge worker, focusing on creating an economic theory that places knowledge at the core of wealth generation. The idea of fostering knowledge societies is based on the belief that ensuring everyone has access to information is essential for promoting peace, fostering sustainable economic growth, and encouraging intercultural dialogue, as stated by UNESCO. The concept of knowledge society goes beyond emphasizing the creation, application, and dissemination of knowledge as the fundamental resource for social, economic, and cultural development. The knowledge society is the ideal ecosystem where the integration of ICT generates equal access for information, education, and an equal development among different countries. As the former Secretary General of the United States, Kofi Annan, pointed out, knowledge is power, information is liberating.